YouTube, how we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo, and this is another episode of Yo Hoops. I go through every NBA game every day. Today's Sunday, January 25th, and we have an 8-game NBA card. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and let you know what sides I like, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. No recap since I didn't have a highlighted play yesterday. I had to make a pivot based on the line movement I saw in that Bulls game. When I was making yesterday's video, the Bulls were priced as 2-point favorites, but by the time I uploaded it, they were 5-point underdogs off of minimal injury news. Like I said in the comment, I did still bet it personally for plus money, but it's unusual to see that kind of move midday. Of course, they still end up winning it outright. I have my first two games for today posted to the channel page. I'm taking the Pistons and Grizzlies both laying the points, but go check out the post if you want a little more context. In our first matchup of the afternoon, we have the Golden State Warriors in Minnesota taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves are minus 250 on the money line, and the total is 235.5. We were supposed to see this game yesterday, but it was postponed until today. Yesterday, I was planning on taking Steph Curry to go over his threes, but tonight, he's been added to the IR with right knee soreness. Considering Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga are already ruled out, it feels to me like the Warriors are mailing this one in and ready to get out of the drama in Minneapolis. I'll lean to the Wolves laying the 7 as my first selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the New Orleans Pelicans in San Antonio taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs are minus 575 on the money line, and the total is 240. The Spurs play a solid brand of team basketball, but outside of Wemby, they aren't the most talented squad. De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle aren't going to shoot lights out, so it really comes down to which Pelicans team we get. We've seen them secure outright wins against some of the better teams in the league, but we've also seen them lose by 20 plus on the regular. When I look back at the last 5 meetings between these two teams, that's what tells me the full story. The Spurs haven't beat the Pelicans by more than 7 points dating back to February of last year. Even with Wemby in, the Pelicans have found ways to compete. I don't see a specific reason to fade them here. I'm taking the Pelicans plus a 12 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors in Oklahoma City taking on Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder minus 550 on the money line, and the total is 224.5. I let you guys know in that last game that the Thunder injury report was getting too lengthy for me to look in their direction. Sure enough, they lose it outright to the Pacers. I don't necessarily see the Raptors winning this game, but considering the Thunder are still banged up, Toronto should have a chance to compete. They are banged up themselves, so this game is really more of a pass for me altogether, but I think the Thunder are becoming a little overvalued playing this short-handed. I'll lean to the Raptors plus the 11 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Miami Heat in Phoenix taking on the Phoenix Suns. Suns are minus 175 on the money line, and the total is 226. The Heat come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, flying from Salt Lake City to Phoenix. They got the dominant win last night, so most of their guys played around 25 minutes, but they were also in elevation, so with travel, I do expect rest to play a factor. The Suns will be without their best player in Devin Booker, but the fact that they become more favored as the day progresses tell me they'll still have a really good chance to dominate this game. They're the best home team in the league with an ATS record of 15-4, and that's with Devin Booker in and out of the lineup. I'm taking the Suns laying the 4.5 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets in LA taking on LA Clippers. Clippers are minus 360 on the money line, and the total is 210.5. I'm probably not playing it either way, but a 210 total in 2026 is criminal. This game should accidentally go over. Kawhi Leonard is listed as questionable, and he's really the backbone of this team. If he plays, they win it by 9, and if he sits, they win it by 4. If I were to play it, I would wait and see what happens with Kawhi and make my bet accordingly, but either way, that's more than likely just me trying to get the best number with Brooklyn. If he's rolled in, the line grows to 9.5, and I'm still grabbing the points. For now, I'll lean to the Nets plus a 8.5 as my last and final selection. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. They're already playing games with the odds on my highlighted play, but let's rock out and see what happens. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo! And until the next one, I'ma catch y'all. Peace.